winning the draft up until that point?
Yeah, I like their draft a lot, actually. I think
it's a good draft. I like the first 3 out of 5 picks, and then this Jakiro is kind of not been impressed by Jakiros unless it's a core Jakiro.
I love core Jakiro.
Core Jakiro on the offlane with the Aghanim Scepter. Try it out. Free MMR. Thank me later. But Medusa, I thought that they're gonna go for something a bit more like, I'm not gonna say tanky because Dusa gets tanky, but something that's a bit more active early on.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Dusa pick is Gork saying, you know,
I'll turn on my mana shield.
Yeah,
time.
This is about redemption. This is about redemption.
Run it back, boys. This time, I'm not going to have such a big problem in the lane. That was very cute. If I'm sure if you guys saw that, we had the Weaver use Shikuchi to get an early ward placed down. He actually placed his observer ward before Team Bald got theirs down. So that should be a free D ward.
This did not
Yeah, from what I've seen, most teams will smoke at level 1 to like solve this. Often in like the Div 1 games, especially, you'll see both sides. Like, if some play that they're making at level 1, it's rarely just like run at lanes. Oh, quad stun! Hell yeah!
Good start for Pablo. They seem to really like Nyx Assassin.
They do. It's the most picked hero in Div 2 EU. Western EU this week.
What's the okay?
You got any numbers?
The parameters just get more and more specific.
In the second half of the DPC, it's been popping off lately.
Okay, okay.
It was a 2-week break. Okay.
Why do you think Nyx Assassin is so popular?
Because he is very good in the mid game, not the strongest laner. We can see again a lot of regen. 6 tangos, a healing salve, and Pablo hitting those stuns.
Dude, nice trades.
This guy's a beast at it. I mean, Ison wasn't too bad himself in that game, too. All right, so off-lane Kunkka, huh?
Yeah, into Dusa Nyx. I think Kunkka will probably be okay there, because I feel like you're not... The snake is not going to do too much to the Kunkka. He just regens through it. So much HP. Okay, never mind. He's dead.
This is not a strong lane from CHILLAX, I would say. Because it has much less kill threat. This is not your safe lane Kunkka. You're sharing like levels in this lane.
Yeah, this is... just Nyx Assassin by himself is proving to be a little tough for Mastery and maybe next time to deal with.
And Pablo's like, he's playing pretty damn well, man. He's constantly hitting these stuns for amazing trades.
Body blocking too. He just used the salve from maybe next time, and he looks like he already needs another one. He's building up the stick charges, don't get me wrong.
He also brought 2 extra mangoes on Nyx Assassin with the extra region that he brought as well.
Ooh,
look at his
he gets pull off.
He's going to force them to do something about this.
Oh, boy.
They're trying to pull the creep wave, Mastery.
Even getting 2 there. I mean, that's a nice little pull.
Yeah.
Because he didn't leave lane at all to do that. That's just a free pull.
He might do it again. If they push the wave, let's see, maybe next time. Yeah, he will be able to protect it.
That's some nice supporting.
That is a quadruple range creep pushing into them.
How the hell is... oh, still down here. 4 range creeps. He's going to try to... Bit of a torrent action on that. Saving the...
Oh, it's one of the worst feelings for Mastery there on the bottom lane.
Blood. He's dead. That's first blood. Rajiks picks that up.
You see full creep wave approaching your tower, and you know you're not gonna get it. Like, it was 3 creep waves in total.
Yeah.
You know... Okay, double kill. I was going to say, one issue with the Drow that I didn't think about during the draft is... Who's the frontliner in lane for the Drow?
Off-lane Kunkka.
No, in lane, though. Like, usually there's an ogre...
Off-lane Kunkka, TPs, and then X marks himself back.
Yeah, that's smart.
Genius, I see. It all makes sense. Another triple range creep wave. All right, being aggressive anyway.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity because their support not here any longer, so an opportunity for a bit of revenge for what happened earlier since Ixon fed himself to the neutrals to reset.
One of those weird scenarios where, oh, that torrent actually connected. One of those weird scenarios where like,
That was a close call. If he hit that spike carapace,
yeah, that's big damage.
Mastery might have actually died.
Do they have any regen left in that lane?
Feel like they're burning.
no,
through it so
barely
quickly.
any.
Can we get the consumables? Yeah. Oh, look at them.
What the?
They're already on it. Jeez.
Oh,
Wait,
what
what's
God.
Jakiro doing?
How is that possible?
What?
That's insane.
Where's he
his
getting the
net worth?
gold from? He has 1.5k.
I guarantee he just has consumables. There's no way he'd have that much.
He's worth his 451.
Okay,
What?
this Sage's Mask, thank goodness. I mean, I suppose Observer Wards count as consumables, though, right? So, but they're free. So, I guess,
What? Jenkins, hello?
well, maybe a
Yes?
few sentries. I mean, he's got a few sentries too, right?
Okay.
I meant like wards.
So how does that explain the other 1,400? gold?
Okay, well,
Do
I
the
don't
math,
know.
Jenkins. All right, you have
Look,
30 seconds.
He's got okay. There's a Weaver, right? He's got a sentry in lane. I'm sure they're doing. If you bring it up again, Weaver's
Imagine
also
you're
gonna
doing a Veterman segment. 30 seconds. Jakiro items. 1,500 gold. Go.
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. That's a lot of gold. That's gonna be glitched. He shouldn't even have 1,500 gold.
Whoa, are you saying there's something wrong with our production?
Yes.
I don't believe that. JJ, he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
This is how I thought this lane is gonna go. Like Jakiro, one of the slowest ones. If he gets isolated, bugs plus Drow Ranger and slow, it's too much damage. Rajix, also a very interesting build, going for Urn. I'm a big fan of Urn in general. I feel like if you can have a hero that can buy it, and there's always a hero to buy it on, you should go for it. Not too much value so far, considering they didn't get any kills after picking it up.
Question is, does he build it into the full vessel? I mean, I feel like the vessel's pretty good against Kunkka, not really the other heroes.
Jenkins is that, once again, you talking Dark
I'm not
Willow
be-
getting
I'm not
medallion
betting.
type
No,
of
no,
a
no.
thing.
Okay. People do go for that sometimes, okay? I don't think it's good. I think vessel's a bait item. Owie
I like-
9,000 told me that. He did.
He did. You specifically said Viper, right?
It was Viper that game, yeah.
Because he doesn't scale. And Viper bought the Spirit Vessel, and they won the game because of it. You remember?
That was a different game. That was a different game. I still think it's a bait. So you do think Death Prophet will get a
No,
Spirit Vessel?
I hardly disagree here, because they have like no hero that is going to use any kind of
Yeah, I agree.
lifesteal
garbage.
or region. It's just for the laning stage, but they need to get a kill first.
Yeah, they have a lot of damage over time, actually. That's big damage. Dude, Pleb's really low. No regen either. Weaver's trying to send it out.
We're going to try and get another kill on Ixon, and just enough. Lodin will have to trade his life for it, but that is the kind of play that I think you're very happy with, right? Because they need regen in lane, so trading supports is really good for them. Mastery,
for sure.
Another body block from Pablo, doing a good job with those. They're actually going to turn around and challenge this Nyx Assassin. I don't think they can really do that.
Oh, he
Maybe.
walks in.
Oh my goodness, that snake did a lot of damage off of the bounces.
He's got stun.
Off the creep wave, into the impale.
Gork
and
gets it as well.
It was indeed a bad idea to challenge that.
So top, creep wave, got pulled to the hard camp.
Why does Wind Ranger look like a Venomancer?
That is Venomancer.
Hello, friend.
Oh, never mind.
Or Dark Willow, I don't know. Looks
It's a
very weird cosmetic.
sexy Venomancer.
Come on, you find the real Venomancer sexier. Don't lie to me.
It's true. It's my fetish. First rotation from Excalibur. This time he's the first one to strike, as opposed to last game, where he decided to farm a little bit more in lane, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I like the Soul Ring Storm. I like that a lot more heroes are picking it up too. It's one of those items that the cost has been reduced so much. It feels like something that probably was good a couple of patches ago, but finally people are picking it up. On Storm Spirit, it means that you can make these early rotations. Before, it was like Ember Spirit, Void Spirit were so much better at rotating early. But yeah, Storm with the Soul Ring as well as some buffs to his ult, it's like he can actually zip quite a lot just at level 6.
Let's see what MTD can do with his Javelin pickup. Where's the rotation gonna be? Because she wants to be active early on. With every focus fire, it pretty much means you can get a kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Silenced up. This bug with Drow Ranger, Weaver Drow. This
It's
is
so
a
annoying.
nuisance of a lane. My goodness.
Yeah, they don't really have a frontliner, so they are trading Lodine's life a lot for these kills. However, the minus armor is so much with the what the hell is it called?
They got to
shot.
nerf the Swarm, man.
Oh, yes,
They
they,
gotta
do.
nerf
You shot
Yes,
it.
they do.
It's too much.
I agree.
It's nuts.
You can't kill the bugs. Like, it needs to be, I don't know, level 1, 2 hits, 3, 4.
They see this TP coming in, they do. They do indeed, and they will not go for that next assassin, otherwise probably would have paid the iron price for it.
Rajix investing in a lot of these small items. Urn, Falcon Blade.
Long zip in from Excalibur, but at the same time, MTD did manage to get a shackle, but he doesn't have the backup, really. I mean, heroes are coming in, but it's a bit too late for that.
To go back to Dead Prophet itemization, it might backfire because it delays your other items, especially if he wants to go even more greedy and pick up something like a Yule Scepter.
Oh, he's just out of sentry range. Oh, he's dead anyway.
Jenkins, you like the build on Dead Prophet?
Oh, I do. It's like an early game build. He's just trying to max out on like stats and early game efficiency to run
I
out
would
these towers.
still prefer if it's that like Urn into Yules, because you have ways of dispelling the Windrun, protecting yourself against the Kunkka's combo, dispelling the silence. From Drow Ranger, I just feel it's a very good pickup, but if you go for like Yule Scepter now, it's going to be delayed because of the Falcon Blade, but you
wanna
also need a
BKB.
BKB later on, so that's my concern.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Are you okay
Blade,
with it if he doesn't go Yules at all? Is there some build that doesn't involve him going
If he
Yules and
goes
straight
like
to...
BKB next into Blink Dagger and jump on top of the Drow Ranger, I think that'd be okay. Let's just play with the Storm Spirit so you have like 2 heroes that can get on top of her.
We'll definitely keep an eye on that build as it progresses. Meanwhile, Lil Pleb, he's got his Hurricane Bike, or Dragonlance rather, working towards Yasha. Pretty straightforward stuff. He's keeping pace. A little bit behind the Medusa, but hasn't had the same kind of stacks to be able to farm Mastery. Speaking of stacks, he's trying to do some right now, but caught in the act by Pablo and the smoke gank of Team Ball.
Oh, man.
Going to be able to take some of those hard cam stacks.
yeah, that's a big deal.
Oh, so this is also a big deal. Ooh, too much damage.
I've seen this in game 2.
Yeah.
Exact the same thing.
Yeah.
Like rest of the team makes a rotation, they get a big pick off, and Gork just overextends and goes for the extra creep wave. But they managed to plant 2 observer wards in enemy triangle, so they can keep playing aggressive there.
Leading things out. Odin. Man, Weaver's just such an insane hero to be able to just run out there, challenging kind of like 4 or 3 heroes, knowing he could just Shikuchi away. They do manage to find the pick off on Jakiro. Shackle shot actually landing onto Excalibur. A massive kill there. Mastery's able to collect that double kill. And it looks like they want to keep this going. They are going to find Rajix here. Potentially, the Swarm goes out. They do not have anything to shackle to, but if they can close the distance... No, there's no way. They have no stuns. Would then take some insane body blocking to be able to stop him.
Finally a rotation from Wind Ranger. I've seen Wind Ranger players like keep disassembling their Maelstrom and keep the Javelin. Like you use it for farming, disassemble, get it, disassemble, keep repeating it, and then you can still get a BKB.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting idea. And then you use the part for MKB, I take it.
Huh. I've never seen
Pull
that.
back. Wind Ranger has just enough mana. I guess he had some wand charges coming in too. Mastery still wants to take this. He sees Rajiv
It's a level
pretty
2x
low.
mark only.
Shattered Demon from the side.
Oh, my
Poison
boy's in.
first. Disruption instead onto the Storm Spirit. They're going to get that into the Torrent. They do manage to get the silence to interrupt the Drow Ranger. That'll slow down the damage, but it's maybe going to cost Rajiv. Pulled back in right before he gets around the trees. The final arrow cuts him down.
Another shackle.
Now, that is definitely a ward. As Pablo, he dies. He knows there's an observer ward somewhere up there on the high ground in the meantime.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Beaver will get the tower. I mean, they're rotating the heroes from the bottom lane. Glyph is popped.
Radiant structures.
Honestly, CHILLAX, I think they look their best when they are playing this fast-paced Dota.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. And the Drow with this lead can do it for sure.
Oh, nice shackle shot from MTD. They may still have to leave Mastery behind here. He goes for the TP out with the Torrent covering him. He gets away. Woo, what a read.
What if he decided to kill the tower and TP out?
I thought he was just going to kill the tower, honestly. I was like, that's the best you can do, but deep it away, it looks like Cot trying to control the 14.
The thing is, he needed 2 hits on a mid tower, so it would probably get denied. This was a much better play.
Yeah.
The grip was used. No stun.
Is
to
that 2
follow up.
hits, or am I wrong?
1, 2. He could have got 2 in, but it also could have been denied in front of him.
That would have been so close if he did 2. Would have been Chad though.
It would have been a Chad move.
That would have been. I mean, that was already a Chad move. Would have been a Giga Chad move if he did that.
Kaya now done for the Storm Spirit. This is always like a pretty big timing, I feel, for Storm. Soul Ring, Kaya, you've got tons of mana to work with, high amounts of damage. They're going to go for a smoke, though, on the side of CHILLAX, and they're going to run right into Gorp here. Gets off the Stone Gaze, but he managed to slow everything down. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get away, though. The Wind Ranger has some distance out, but MTD closing in now. The damage isn't there quite fast enough, and now they're caught in a disaster of a team fight as they're going to come back in from the disruption. MTD, the Ghosts are chasing after him. The zip for the Storm Spirit, he managed to juke that, but there's still plenty more where that came from. Excalibur, double kill there. Meanwhile, Mastery had to just run away.
That Very fast reactions from Gork, using ulti immediately, which kept him alive. He also had 21 charges, popped it after. So they, like, it's one of the things where you need to decide in a split second if Medusa gets the ulti off, whether you go back immediately or you try to take the fight, because even at this point, she is super tanky.
Yeah, speaking of split-second decisions, I mean, Excalibur, focusing the Wind Ranger in that fight with his zip is 100% the only way that Gork survives there. Like, his target priority in that fight was amazing because he had Wind Run up and he had already used the focus fire on Gork. So he could have kept chasing and killed him if he had used the grip on somebody else. But he knew. He's like, this is the only kill threat. I'm going to save Medusa.
Long range, Drow giving a helping hand to this kill. Mastery will claim it. I also think that the Wind Ranger maybe got the worst of both situations. I feel like she backed away to get out of focus fire range so she could turn away from the Medusa, but I think she might have still gotten turned to stone, or at least was so far away that she couldn't get close to the Medusa again for a while.
CHILLAX also needs to be careful about taking another bad fight in the enemy triangle, because that Prophet ulti is going to be level 2, the Ghosts double, and that means if they lose a fight, they lose a Roche.
Yeah, that is something to start talking about, the Roche taking potential of either side. And Team Bald, they've got Exorcism, which is great for being able to do it. CHILLAX, they've got the Focus Fire from the Wind Ranger, plus the bugs. And it's going to be a Yules for Lodine, really.
He's being so annoying, man. He sentry blocks the ancient camp, and he also walks in and body blocks that hard camp there. It's such a pain. Yeah, I'm seeing the Yules more and more on Weaver these days. good, against the silence, but I also feel like there's an element of it's a support hero that just lacks a stun, lacks a TP cancel. It's like, what do you do if a Weaver is latched onto you? You just like run away from him or you TP away, right? It's like Bloodseeker Yules or Bloodseeker Atos.
What do you think about Orchid? Because we've seen a lot of Weavers go Orchid. The enemy team has a Storm Spirit.
That's true. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I guess you're confident in your Wind Ranger's ability to eventually catch the Storm, or you just think like, okay, my game is not necessarily good enough to go for an Orchid. I'm going to go for something that could be more defensive.
Before the break, I believe I saw Weaver going for full Bloodthorn as a first item, position 4. Was really surprised how well it worked.
Yeah, I found that these Orchids are actually crazy good on Weaver, so I just figured naturally against a Storm Spirit that it would be the go-to, but...
And it's great against Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, once again, more like disable without damage.
But I guess he does have a Kunkka set up. Excalibur trying to stop the Wind Ranger. Once again, the disruption, this time applied onto the Storm Spirit. The damage still needs to come out to finish off this Jakiro. Eventually, he's there. The silence is beautiful, though, from Lil Pleb. Not enough to be able to save the Wind Ranger, but maybe enough to win the fight, unless the Stone Gaze. Oh, no, Lil Pleb. Beautiful Torrent. Maybe allowing Lil Pleb to be able to cut this out. A silence and a turnaround. The damage coming in overwhelming Rajix. He gets blown up through the help of the Shadow Demon. And Pablo, he's spotted Gorp. He's not getting away so easily either. He knows it too. He's going to turn around and fight Mastery because it's the only chance of being able to trade kills because he's 100% dead. Lil Pleb comes in and cleans up the team fight for CHILLAX.
Yeah, that pipe on Kunkka, usually we don't see that item often, but it's what kept them alive, and the boat buff, so they could reset. Great Torrent connects on 3, and also Drow Ranger managed to get 2 good gusts off, knocking them back off, and yeah, just dealing damage, being uncontested.
Well, they're not going to get away totally scot-free. Dominating streak given back to Excalibur. Still, though, Ixon gets picked off by Lil Pleb, who's going to go for a Scotty as his second or third item, depending on... Do you think Dragonlance counts as an item? It's in your progression.
Yeah, I mean it's
half an item, I would say.
Yeah.
Treads and
that's one item.
That's
combined is like a full item.
That's 2 halves. I like the Scotty, although let's see, does he have any way to take off the silence?
Oh no,
that is
anti-combo.
Yeah.
Not your combination at all.
Oh, that's what you get. That's the punishment.
Yeah, you kind of deserve that maybe next time, let's be honest.
That is the look of disappointment.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Happens to the best of us.
Finally, MTD will have BKB for the next fight, so he can go in and focus that profit. This is why I liked Yules into BKB build more, because you can protect yourself against the focus fire as well. But glad he's not going for Yules after on that profit, straight into BKB, I believe. Yeah, just needs to finish off the recipe. We'll have it after this camp. A bit more gold.
Yeah, the BKB on Wind Ranger is super important in this game. We've seen how good the Jakiro stunts have been, and I feel like it's hard for him to walk in to any of these fights without just getting clipped by some sort of stun.
Oh, they have no vision.
Pablo, really good information here, but the rest of the team isn't really. Maybe Storm Spirit spotting Lodine inside of the Sentry for a moment, but only a moment, and now Pablo's the one slowed down. MTD is here with that BKB. Team Bald can no longer fight this one, it seems.
Okay, lose your 5 for the BKB reveal on Wind Ranger. He didn't use it, but you know that he has it now.
Storm, he's going to go for it. Controlling him up. It's going to be a close call, but the BKB now going off. Can he get the shackles onto the Storm Spirit? He can. He's going to turn around. Silence to follow it up as well. Lil Pleb's damage is just going to be just shy of getting the kill, and then Lodine comes in with the finishing touch. Now the disruption. Rajix bouncing back in with that exorcism. Close range to Lil Pleb. Boat coming in as well. That's going to make the Drow tanky. In fact, she even can cancel that TP to turn around and deliver the blows onto Rajix. Needed to win the fight, get the kill, and maybe even take Roshan.
All right, Yule Scepter just paid for itself, by the way, on Weaver.
Pretty much. Oh, and there's another one.
Here we go again. Sets up for the shackle. Doesn't even need it.
I mean, this is really... I mean, if he's got Kunkka and Drow Ranger, he's got 2 different cores to be able to combo off of the Yule's drop down.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, even setting up for the like wraparound into position shackle is not bad. That it worked on the Storm there.
Yeah,
with the Drow as well. But the nice thing about the Weaver Yules that I think makes a lot of sense is you throw somebody up and you just throw bugs on them while they're Yules. For some reason that works. It's very convenient. You get 2.5 seconds of bug minus armor.
That must be a bug, right? Just kidding.
Now you're beginning to sound like Forsaken Oracle. Did you see that?
What?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of all chat, and Flea was playing the Weaver, and he all chatted. He thought the bug should have landed on Forsaken Oracle, and he was like, "How did that not hit you?" Forsaken Oracle responded, "Must have been a bug."
Yeah, well, at least
the best part is I don't think Flea got it.
At least Forsaken Oracle showed up to his match. That's one thing that he has going for him.
Yeah.
He pays attention to schedules.
He did pay attention to schedules.
Slowly but surely, the tower does go down.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Random question. Do you guys like Cats?
Cats?
The musical.
No. I hate it.
You hate it?
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad.
Cats musical? What?
Pale Horse went to a musical.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, it was Cats. He was referring to Pale Horse. That was Arkosh right there, a bit of a reference. Anyway, looking back to Western EU instead of NA.
4-man smoke up.
Yep.
And Team Bald smoking like this. They know CHILLAX. They've been winning fights lately and have in ages, so maybe they're just thinking they're going to be able to find a pick somewhere over here, but all of CHILLAX is on the other side of the map.
Radiant's bottom tower
This
is under
Drow Ranger is gigantic, about to hit level 20. This is a free tier 2 tower. Scotty finished. You can't get close, that's the problem, and she's super tanky right now. They have ways of protecting her with the boat that we've seen, Yule Scepter, Disruption. They might even try to go for a high ground to see what happens when they start hitting it.
Yeah, you guys said this was the perfect Drow pick, and it's certainly looking like it as Lil Pleb. They blow up Ixen before he can even start to defend this tier 3. He's going to have to buy back. Start the initiation here. Yule Scepter into Torrent bow combination. Potentially
Great
with the
shackle
shot on top of that one. They managed to get a spike carapace, which stalls a lot of damage here. Lil Pleb needs some help getting out of this fire. Rajix, meanwhile, is on top of them with the exorcism right now, but he has been left behind. Nobody else is trying to help him kill Lil Pleb, and even still, he's got the Aegis. Storm Spirit potentially ready to come back in. Nice disruption from maybe next time. That'll buy Lodine a little bit of time to be able to get out of there. X back. Here comes the long jump in for the Storm Spirit. Able to finish off the first life of the Drow Ranger. And kill the Shadow Demon as well. He falls. A little Pleb turns around. Does manage to get a decent silence here with MTD laying damage into the
Pablo,
Gorp. Pablo with just beautiful stuns, but Gorp, he's still being focused on by MTD. He's so close to be able to get this kill. The Shackle Shot to be able to pop, trading out carries, but MTD, now without a BKB, is potentially going to be caught by Excalibur. Doesn't have the mana. Ixen, the Ice Path isn't quite far enough, so they will manage to get some heroes out of that fight. It cost Team Bald a bit.
Dude,
Beautiful spell casting there by Team Bald. Like not overlapping anything, like multiple men Ice Paths, multiple men Impales, and also like Storm Spirit going in. They follow it up always with either a stun or an Ice Path on top of the silence from that Prophet. It cost them 2 buybacks, but I would still say it shows some signs of life from Team Bald.
Yeah, the comboing is really nice, man. Even to start this fight, there was the double shackle on Excalibur and Gork, which should have been devastating, but Pablo was able to carapace on both of the heroes that were focusing the Storm. So, like, not only does he hit these beautiful double impales throughout the entire fight, he also salvaged the fight to begin with. And here he's getting another pick off.
Trying to get the fast Shadow Demon kill, but the boat's coming in. If he hits him with the X, that's going to be the end of the Storm Spirit. He's got the perch still on him, and maybe next time isn't even going to die. Pablo joins Excalibur in the grave, stacking the 2 bodies together, and just like that, CHILLAX is back in a driver's position of this game. If anything, Lodine's going to find even more. Yule Scepter into Torrent once again. This time the Torrent a little bit off the mark, but the Shackle Shot is right on point, and the damage that MTD can deliver.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see Wind Ranger focusing Death Prophet because she is main source of damage. They have nothing that goes through BKB. All right, I'll hold that thought.
Force out a little Manta action. That's about it.
Yeah, just use your focus fire on Death Prophet in the fights. Protect your Drow Ranger because what
Dire's middle tower
Death Prophet wants to do is get on top of this Drow. She still has no
Oh no, that's
Force
a
staff?
dieback.
Radiant's top tower
not a place to be.
attack.
Now, he's really important for these fights, too. Like, we've seen how good the Ice Paths have been as a follow-up for, like, the Nyx Impales or the Storm Zip. He's all of the follow-up in terms of disable, and so him being dead is, like, let's see, what's the Roche timer?
Radiant's top tower
Long
is under
time.
attack.
Okay. So they're not really going to get anything from it. Tier 2, not a high ground push, though, or anything like that. The death was not in some, like, precarious position right in front of your base or anything.
I believe they are. They should be closing in on the Weaver Ags about now, if I'm not terribly wrong.
Yeah, he's
Radiant's
getting
all the
there.
way.
Tower is under attack.
Interesting, he didn't even go for a full vessel against Death Prophet in this game on Weaver. Figures that
They have enough damage.
they have enough damage, yeah, to
especially
kill
with
the
the
DP.
Drow and
Drow Wind.
Wind Ranger, who is focusing her lately, last couple of fights. I think it's also very important to share the Philly. I know you people don't like it. I don't like it either. But in this situation, I don't think like Shadow Demon getting an item. Maybe he could have gotten it to Weaver a bit earlier. He still has that Eon Disc, which is fine, which means there's going to be a disruption. But I believe Aghanim Scepter is a more value than SD having Eon Disc. So you can share it. Whoever is closer to the item, you give it to him, and he farms it up, gives it back to you.
Yeah, I agree. I think that literally this entire gold lead comes from that Philly.
Yeah, that's 10k gold live.
Yeah.
Big boy Philly.
Exactly. Big boy Philly. Hell yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day. They were like, Philosopher's Stone. I feel like it gets really overhyped, and he said
it really
it's only
does not.
600 gold every 10 minutes. And I said, well, you got to think about it as what that means to the support and what 600 gold percentage-wise means to a support. He's likely less than 6,000 net worth, so that's just more than 10% of his income.
Yeah, 600 gold every 10 minutes would, that would be like a third of Jakiro's net worth or more right now.
Yeah.
So he would, you know, be very pleased to have a Philly. Maybe he does, and they're
Somebody
just,
wound up this penguin, and it wants to go, right?
yeah, just put it on the desk. She'll tire herself out. All right. Jakiro Enchanted Quiver. That's a chat item. Get that level 10 talent with the attack range.
Nah.
This guy's hitting, dude, that's a global right click right there.
Oh, he is. It's also global. CHILLAX. You seem to be everywhere right now, and with this smoke, they're going to be able to find the opening on
man.
Rajix.
Radiant
So,
warrior
they now own the triangle. They can push in both mid and top lane, easily go for some tier 2 action.
Jenkins, thoughts on Jakiro's Shard?
Broken. Amazing item. Sets up for Ice Path because of the mini stun.
Dire's top tower
Great against percentage damage, HP, high HP heroes, which there's a lot of in Dota. Great item. I really fumbled with that language.
Thank you, it was a good explanation.
Thank you.
I feel like it's better core than it is support.
For sure.
I feel like it's actually, like it's nice. It's a nice little luxury as support, but I feel like core, that's where you actually feel the impact.
It feels good, yeah, it feels good. That hero does a lot of damage. That's an underrated core hero for sure. I think we'll see that a lot. Maybe come major time we'll see it a lot if there's no patch.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anybody out there experienced in mid Jakiro.
I wonder. I really do. They would be.
Odin, he found another one, but nobody else is close enough to stop that TP.
No Yules. He already used it.
Lodin now has a gem, so that means they can see Nyx Assassin, get a full control of the map, devour the triangle, the enemy triangle, and just go for the pickoffs. This is the second Roche, which means not cheese, but Shard and Aegis. Who picked up the Shard?
middle tower has fallen.
Our Drow got
Oh.
frost, or hypothermia, excuse me.
stacking that minus HP regen and healing on top of the Scotty. Very nice. Does not stack additively anymore. That was...
Radiant's top
Remember when you go
tower
negative? People would be negative. You could just... make an
People were
out.
too negative about it.
They were on Reddit. You're definitely right.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Ags on Storm. That's going to be a big pickup. I feel like they need some crazy wombo combo in order to...
They got a
win this.
Jakiro for it too. That sounds pretty nasty.
Yeah. They
Ice
can,
Path Impale.
yeah, they can do it too. I think it legit can change the game. It's not one of those like unsalvageable games. It's not that huge of a lead at this moment. Gork even farming the enemy triangle. Bit of rat action going on.
And CHILLAX, perhaps a little trepidatious, considering how the last high ground push turned against them.
Yes, I agree. Very trepidatious of them. Also trepidatious picking up that sheepstick on Kunkka.
Did you learn a new word just now?
Koss knows what that word means. He's going to explain it to us right now.
It means that if you are behind in Dota, that you should always go for higher tier item. Like always try to go for comeback item.
He's right. He's right.
Shackle shot not quite latching. No tree behind Gorp, but maybe they can get some smaller pick off here. Pleb really wants to continue for it. The Stone Gaze actually keeps him in place. And pop the time lapse there from the Weaver to be able to free him from that Stone Gaze so they can chase down the Dusa between the hypothermia and the
You can see
Scotty.
Storm
He's not
Spirit
going anywhere.
just chilling. Full mana, full HP. There's the Ball Lightning.
Oh,
In
it's
lane
gone.
out.
he's so close to the Ags. He needs 70 gold.
Yeah, there was a bit of a disconnect. He did not want to join a fight until he gets the Ags, but the rest of the team got caught off.
Oh, this feels so bad. Okay, he's going to zip TP. Yeah, okay, now he's got the Ags. But unfortunately, you lose your Dusa. I mean,
Yeah, do they really have damage behind this Wombo combo without him?
Death Prophet ulti, you know, you still have to be careful. Jakiro, Death Prophet, like these heroes do so much damage over time between their ults. There's a play to be made for sure, but Gork respawning soon. He'll be alive for the next push. Oh, that's a DD. Okay, maybe he won't be. Oh, never mind. There it goes.
If you get time-lapsed while you have BKB on, your BKB duration should like get extra 4 seconds. Just kidding.
I felt like that was one of those jokes that I was going to have to intervene and be like, just so we're clear to the audience.
Wait, I'm realizing Wind Ranger didn't have a BKB. That's just the fountain regen from the Battle Pass with his cosmetics.
Why,
Holy shit.
I mean, you feel like, I was going to say, they can surely just siege away at this.
Oh,
that damage behind him. Oh, dear. Now they're going to jump onto the Medusa. Stone Gaze does manage to go off. MTD continues his assault, does manage to follow up that with a shackle shot, but unfortunately, nobody else can get close. Still, though, managed to get the Nix's has an instant buyback, but it's still going to be a 4 versus 5. 4 versus 6, really, with the Aegis still on Lil Pleb.
Radiant's middle barracks.
And now Super Creeps on their way through the mid lane and possibly through the top lane soon if Team Ball doesn't manage to come up with a way to be able to stop this. Rajik, oh, okay, they do manage to get a jump in, a 2-man pull in from Excalibur, not too bad. Lil Pleb's in an awkward position, 4 staffs down. They do manage to heal up MTD with that time lapse, still trying to get out of the base though, and it looks like he'll be okay. Lil Pleb looks like he's willing to use up his Aegis here at this point in time to get some damage. On to Gorp. Gorp taking that man fight, commits to it, and MTD sees the opportunity to go for that fast kill. He commits and gets the carry of Team Ball. No buyback there, and the damage just raining in from these arrows from Lil Pleb, bouncing over, killing one support, now goes for the other, jacks him down. Storm Spirit falls as well to the combination of the Kunkka and Weaver, and that is it. GG is called. Team Ball will drop down to a score of 3-3 now, while CHILLAX tie it up with them. Will also move up to a 3-3 score.
I think you said it really well, Cap, when they, or was it Synderen, one of our guys,